Welcome back to this special edition of Hannity. With Joe Biden's candidacy on the ropes, top Democrats are reportedly pivoting to Kamala Harris. CNN actually obtained a Google document that was circulating among self-described top Democrats. You're looking at it. The document admits we are currently losing, like it or not. There's one realistic path out of this mess, Kamala. And Kamala Harris knows the stakes are high. Tyler Page at the Washington Post reporting that the vice president concluded the meeting with governors by saying, this is about saving our effing democracy. Well, if you believe that, you'd be asking your boss to step aside. Meanwhile, the Trump campaign is taking note as they prepare to take on the vice president if Biden steps aside. Here now with reaction, Tennessee Senator Marsha Blackburn. Senator Blackburn, I'm reading some of the feedback that's coming in from Democratic aides, and a senior Democratic aide said that when they watched the interview tonight, this was to the publication Notice, it's making me feel better about Kamala. You worked with Kamala. She was your Senate colleague. I'm wondering if you think she's up for the job.
Well, Kayleigh, I think what the Democrats have in front of them is a no-win situation. They are going to reap what they have sown. You've got the Democrats in the media that have covered up for Joe Biden, and now they're in a scramble. Now, we know Kamala Harris would be even worse on a ticket. You can look at her record. She owns every failure of the Biden-Harris administration. She is the one that wanted to defund ICE. The border is the top issue, and look what that open border has done to our country. And Kamala, the border czar, was supposed to go fix this issue, but instead you've got fentanyl, you've got sex trafficking, human trafficking, you've got gangs, you've got crime, and this is the reason that women are now security moms. It is their #1 issue. You look at inflation, and Kamala voted against the Trump tax cuts, and people can't afford to buy a new car. They can't even afford to fill up the gas tank of the car they've got. They can't fill up the gas tank and the grocery cart in the same week, and they're worried about what is happening with the economy. And then when it comes to women, they have a terrible record. They're trying to erase gender. They cannot give you the definition of the word woman. They are trying to put boys in girls' sports, and the Democrats now think Kamala is going to do a better job because look at Biden-Harris. They have made life more difficult.
They have. Mark Levin made the point to me earlier in the week that Kamala Harris was part of this cover-up, vouching for Biden over and over. So Mark Levin makes this point, and then the famed pollster Nate Silver says the only thing that could derail her is if she is found to be part of the cover-up. I've seen other reporters make this point, and I think it's important to take our viewers down memory lane. I want to play, this is Kamala reacting to the Robert Hur report that said Biden was a well-meaning elderly old man unfit to stand trial. Let's roll it.
The comments that were made by that prosecutor, gratuitous, inaccurate, and inappropriate. October 7th, Israel experienced a horrific attack. He was in front of it all, coordinating and directing leaders who are in charge of America's national security, not to mention our allies around the globe. So the way that the president's demeanor in that report was characterized could not be more wrong on the facts and clearly politically motivated.
She misled us.
Oh, yes, indeed she did. She lied about Joe Biden's record, about the mental acuity, his abilities. She has lied to the American people. And the American people know they cannot trust her. She is more unpopular than Joe Biden. And the Democrats do not want Biden or Harris at the top of the ticket. And you know what? Kayleigh, I am so pleased I'm running for re-election with Donald Trump at the top of the ticket. I know that other Republicans in the Senate and in the House are pleased that Donald Trump is at the top of the ticket.
Senator Blackburn, thank you. Always appreciate it.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.